Hey songwriters, do you want to know the secret to writing great songs every time? Just write from the heart. That's it. That's all you have to do. Okay, end the video. Can't do 10 minutes on that. The algorithm. Fuck. Hi, I'm Tony from SongWriters Chop Shop. So there's one piece of advice I see all the time on songwriting forums in common threads, and it's used in response to literally every question that can be asked, from how do I start songwriting, how do I create imagery in my lyrics, to how do I get over writer's block. And that piece of advice is write from the heart. Just write from the heart. It's that simple. And while you're doing it, just go ahead and be all things to all people at all times. Easy. Every song you write should be rooted in emotional honesty. Of course it should. But guess what? Every breath you take in this life should be rooted in emotional honesty. This piece of advice is vague and only half the story at best. Let's look at it this way. Do you think Michelangelo woke up one morning and created David just because he felt emotional? No, he could do that because he became a master of his craft. The truth is, no one cares what you feel when you write a song. They only care how they feel when they hear your song. I'm not trying to be harsh or discouraging, but think about it. When was the last time you heard a song and just turned it off? Why? Because it did nothing for you. I remember starting out and how frustrating it was to pour my heart and soul into songs only to get meh as the best response. I couldn't understand why my heartfelt emotions weren't connecting with people until I realised how you write is more important than what you write. There's no point trying to communicate your emotions unless you know how to communicate them effectively. If you offered someone a drink of water, you wouldn't just pour it out into the floor. You'd pour it into a glass, a structure, something they can actually use. Structure is the way to communicate your emotions. It's the glass you pour your creative water into before you offer it to people. You use it to create tension, release, energy and prosody in your songs, and these are the strongest tools a songwriter can have to cause an experience in the listener. It takes a lot to be a songwriter, to show up every day, to stay the course because we have to. People with a creative burning desire don't get a choice. You can disagree with me and you can choose to ignore this, but songwriting is a craft. Yes, it's a creative craft and you need to be in touch with your emotions for guidance. But like any craft, it has tools and it takes time and productive practice to get good at it. Life is hard enough and you owe it to yourself to give yourself a chance to succeed. Start analysing the structural composition of the songs that inspire you. This might sound a bit academic, but it doesn't take long to get the hang of it. It really isn't rocket surgery and it gives you plenty of practice during times of low inspiration, and it teaches you how great songs work. Here's a checklist I use. A. The number of lines in each section. Does a section have 4 lines, 6 lines or something else? An even number or an odd number? B. What is the length of those lines? The length of a lyrical line is defined by its meter. That's the relationship of stressed syllables to unstressed syllables in a line. This gives you the rhythm of your lyric and your vocal melody, and can be a lot of fun to play around with. It also makes your lyrics sound better without using fancy words. In fact, it's a great way to get the most out of the words you use, and can also mean you don't have to use a lot of words to get your meaning across. A lot of lyrics have an unnecessary amount of words, so check your lyrics and see if you can take any words out. If nothing is lost when you take them out, then take them out. If you want to find out more about lyrical meter, check out this video. C. Rhyme types and rhyme schemes. Perfect rhymes are just one of 5 types of rhyme. Broadly speaking, the rest are called slant rhymes, and there are 5 different types. Along with different rhyme schemes, they can really help add mood and emotion to a lyric, as well as keeping the listener interested. The 5 types of rhyme are perfect, family, additive, subtractive, assonance, ass, consonants. D. The relationship of the melodic line to the main beats of a musical bar. For example, you might notice in a lot of songs that the vocal in the verse starts after the first beat of the bar. The pre-chorus might start before the bar, and the chorus might start on the first beat of the bar, or the downbeat. Have you considered what effect this might have on the mood of your song? E. How the content is organized. What lines are internal, emotional-based thoughts, and what lines are external observations going on around the writer? If this is making sense to you, drop me a yes in the comments. F. The context of the song.
the who, when, and where. These details, if included at all, are usually at the start of a song. G. Point of view. Who is singing and who are they singing to? First person point of view. The singer is telling the audience about their relationship with a third party. Second person point of view. This creates even more distance. The singer is talking about someone else's relationship to a third party. Direct address. This is the most intimate and the most used. Adele sings to her ex, not about her ex. H. Plot progression and emotional journey of the lyrics and the chord progression. I. Repetition. Repetition in the melody, the lyrics, the title, the chords, and motifs. If you want to learn more about repetition and motifs, check out this video. J. Song structure. Not just the overall structure, but the structure within the song sections. Also understand the function of each section. Like the bridge, do you avoid this section or do you use it as an opportunity to explore the song's themes in new, different, and interesting ways? Maybe learning a little music theory would help here. The more musical knowledge you have, the more colours you have in your palette. Many lack this broad palette of colours because they've been led to believe you either have it or you don't, or inspiration is all you need. Theory is creativity's friend, not its enemy, and it gives you so many more ways to express your inspiration freely. K. Contrast within and between song sections. So contrast between song sections is achieved by the number of bars in a section. There can be lyrical contrast, melodic contrast, harmonic and rhythmical contrast. Within a section, look at the length of the lines and phrases, the length of the notes, the pitch, the position in a bar, the melodic shape, and what note does the melody start on. L. Identify hooks and melodic motifs. What is a hook? Well, what was the last song that got stuck in your head, and what part of that song got stuck the most? That's a hook. M. The melodic shape. Is it an arch shape, meaning it goes up and down? A V shape that goes down and up? A flat line that stays on the same note? Check out some Taylor Swift songs for this. Ascending, descending, sawtooth. Usually you'll find a mix of these melodic shapes, and you can use different melodic shapes in each section to add contrast to your song. You don't need to know the notes, just a general shape. Also, pay attention to the melodic rhythm. N. The song's theme. If you want to see how I use this checklist to deconstruct a song, check out this video.
If you enjoyed this video, why not hit the like button below? Or if you think there's anyone that could benefit from watching it, why not share it with them? Let me know in the comments what your biggest takeaway was, and be sure to sub for brand new videos every week.
It used to be that imagination was an exploration, a creation for my own elation. Colorful characters created with ease, being funny my expertise. And then one day it became a disease, an escape from stress, an escape from me. Where there once was a rainbow remains a gray sky, a homogeneous monotone expression of